oh man, I was muted that whole time and I'm breathing. And a short time later, the automaton returns. The outcast Stickus is following close behind. The smaller creature scuttles a short way down the tunnel, edging past the automaton as quickly as it can. Yay! Wave your hand in front of its face. The thing's pupils blaze brighter at the passage of your hand, but that's the extent of its response. Oh my god. Leave the automaton alone. I'm going back up talking to them fucking kids. They better give me something or I'll beat the shit out of them. How the fuck I get out of here? How the fuck I get out of here? This way? Yeah. Blah blah blah, top of the tower. Somebody's in the chat. What does it say? Hey, person that talks, girl. What is this game? Is it free for a phone? I don't think so. It's called Torment Tides of Numenera. I'm pretty sure it ain't on anybody's phone. Can't get it on your phone. I don't think. Tides of Screwmaneras. That's pretty gross. Like Marcus said, here we go. What? Alright, kid. Boy jumps up as you approach. You got the stickers away. Thank you, sir. We were so worried the locals were gonna get him. I couldn't believe it when the ground opened up and that weird stickers took him below. I swear it sounded like it had gears and servos inside. He smiles. Maybe it took Mittens to join the order of Outcast Sticker, and he'll finally be with his own kind. Yeah, I don't think so. It was the right thing to do. Legacy of shit that Gold Tide raised a small amount, and we appreciate it. He takes something from inside his shirt. It appears to be some sort of small device. Here, take this. I scrounged it a while back and never found use for it, but you probably know all about these things. Cipher sickness, right? Because I got too many ciphers. Great. Very well. Now I gotta cipher that shit up. This. What did I do?
Just what I needed.
Oh, I just used it? God damn it! I didn't mean to do that. Fuck! Yep.
I'm going.
Hey, what's up, Johnny Bow? What's going on, man? I'm playing this game. Bonded items are a special type of equipment that inflict penalties alongside powerful bonuses. Training in the concentration skill allows you to shrug off these penalties. Arrgh! Bum-ba-da-bum. Loading, loading, loading. Loading, loading, loading. Loading. 100%, hello. McFly. Oh my god, go. Do I still have the charm paste activated? I hope so. Excuse me. Checked. Human who speaks sticker. Check will speak. Can you take me someplace under the city? Travel cost, need shins. Cost 10 shins. I need to go to Changing God's Sanctuary. No, have told already. Must stop fishhead person. Not permitted to see. Fuck you then. Hey, fishhead. No, not you. No, fishhead. Hey, I hope you have news for me. Can you tell me? Fuck! Some sort of digging construct, perhaps. This is your puzzle, my friend. I'm merely your bullshit. Alright, fuck you then. You know what? I'm gonna just, I don't know what to do. They're gonna kill me. They killed me last time. I'm not a fighter. I don't have a fucking, What's this fiddle going on? How can I check it? Can I check a fiddle? Why can't I check a fiddle? Charm paste. Oh, 45% on persuasion tasks. Yeah, but I don't have any tasks. Like, I'm not tasking right now. Damn it! Hey! Listen. Have you found it? Yeah, this. He laughs. Is that supposed to be a challenge? Not far from Seg. It's a big old spire of black rock glimmers and shines, but only under starlight. It seems to be balanced precariously on the cliff sides, but it drives down deep into the earth. The stickers should find it ideal. Frankly, I'm not sure why they're in the city in the first fucking place, unless they're just being lazy. That spire's a much better spot for their kind. Oh. Oh. Well, why don't I just tell them that? Who is this? Outcast sticker. What up, dog? The deformed asshole sees you approaching and grunts and chitters with pleasure. The scent of newly unearthed stone surrounds it. Friendship, it signs. Surprised by construct. It taps her chest lightly in gratitude. Not expect hull by trash. It deflates slightly. Not go stick a tunnel. Scent tells not welcome. Its odor shifts subtly into loneliness. Not live long. It exhales resignation and mild optimism. Die away from sunlight. You've survived. How are you now that you've returned to your native habitat? What are you eating down here? How are the other stickers treating you? Is there anything there I should know about? How are you? Sticker, broodmates, not welcome. Scent, anger, want dead. Not dig, no tunnel, not strong. What are you eating down here, eh? Beg food, old devices, drink lightning from them. It points to a tidy pile of Numenera that sits nearby. Looking more closely, you see that they are mostly electrical power sources. Try to keep clean. How are the other sticker treating you? Not treat, ignore, but smell. It draws in its spikes and spiracles. Inhaling, you mimic it. And catch the faint tang of acrid gas, something flammable, maybe. Mark tunnels. Warn, not enter. Anything I should know about? Not see, try survive. You just tell me how you are again. Dying, slower than before. In tunnels, dying still. What are you eating? Power from old devices. There's nothing I could do for you. Fuck off. Hey. Checked. Human, what up? Yo. Damn it! Stop digging. Why? Where we go? Give reason to stop. Persuasion. You want your people to have a future? You want war with humans above? They'll collapse your tunnels. They'll destroy you. I know a better place for you to dig. A spire of black rock, not far from here, full of energies of prior worlds, you stupid asshole. The stick of spiracles twitch, and an aroma of marble and clay pervades the area. Better rock. It seems to consider your words. Could find spire if we chose. Blue tide raised tiny mount, gold tides. Persuasion. Do you want your people to have a future? You want war with the humans above? They will collapse your tunnels. They will destroy you. Your face is stupid and I hate you. Confirm. Checkmark, bitch. Success. It considers your worth for a time in the sense that's around it, vary from the frightening to the mundane. At last, the smell of bullshit, synth, and a strong glass waft past your nose, and the check says, human, give good reason. Yes, sticker comply. It places its hands on the wall, drumming a complicated pattern with its fingers. We'll move people to new home in Black Spire. Sticker not trouble brown grubs. We leave. Good. Get the fuck out of here, then. Go! Leave! Hey! Guess what? I have news about the sticker. Good news, I trust. I handled the fucking negotiations, bitch! She lifts one foot to begin pacing, to start considering her options, and she stops. She slowly turns toward you, each eye rotating separately. What? She lowers her foot and turns to face you squarely, and bites off each word. What did you do? I told the check about a rock formation that would better suit their needs. The sticker will be leaving soon. There's no need to steal their eggs, bitch. You left their eggs with them? How will we enforce their exile without that leverage? She smooths her crest and blinks her eyes slowly. Fine. We can work with this for now. We had time to engineer another solution. Get the fuck out of here. She stops, a thought striking her. Did you promise them anything else? No. Eat a dick. Good. Then our work here is complete and I can return to Council Tower. Get the fuck out of here. Bonded items. You acquired a bonded item. These pieces of equipment are powerful Numenera artifacts that go in the bonded equipment slots on the fucking inventory screen. When equipped, they fuse directly to your skeleton, nervous system, or organs, providing significant positive effects, but their invasive nature can also produce negative effects. You can equip up to 2 bonded items at once. If your concentration skill is at the novice level, both items inflict their negative effects. If trained, you ignore the negative effects from the first item. If specialized, you shrug off all negative effects from the bonded items. If your skill effect is an ability, you want to bind sauces, I can tell you about concentration skill. Ebon Eyes. What is that? +1 training level in perception skill. Grants immunity to dazed and blinded. -1 training level in stealth skill. This pipita contains a liquid of deepest fullergen, a color darker than black. Somehow, applied to the eyes, the liquid spreads evenly over the eyeball, but instead of causing blindness, it enhances the user's vision and thickens when necessary to protect the eyes from harm. Cool. The liquid doesn't bond with the user's eyes, it rests lightly atop them. Controlled by nanomachines, it can be directed to keep the eyes in place and control their thickness. The liquid can be removed by crying black tears back into the vial. Cool. She hands you a pouch. The city of Sagas Cliffs owes you its gratitude. Eat some dicks. I will credit you in my report to the council. Oh, that's good, thanks. Good. Eat a bag of dicks. Can I go in there now? They're not leaving. I thought you were leaving. Egg friend. The smell of dust and closed air surrounds it. The creature is clearly glad to see you. Sticker move to new home is good place. Check gone soon. Human 1 travel before check leave is free for good human. Yeah, can you take me under the city? The sticker bows, almost scuttling, and the warm smell of cooking rock rises from its back. Friend to sticker, yeah. No pay for you, free. Yeah, I want to go to the Change You Guys Sanctuary. Yes, for sticker friend, yes. Can take the egg tunnel, then walk to place, yes? Alright, cool. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. That's awesome. I promise not to touch anything. Unless I feel like it. The indigo tide represents justice, compromise, and the greater good. It is the tide of people who view life's difficulties from a broad global perspective rather than an individual one. That means that they don't care about people. They care about, like, trees and animals and shit. Fucking hippies. Emerging from the freshly dug tunnel, you find yourself in a small chamber with veins of refined metal glimmering along the ground and walls. The check turns to face you. Place beyond was eggs room, hatching chambers and shit. Your claws work up and down slowly. Future sticker moved far away. Sanctuary on the other side of Knot Nest. Okay, cool. Thanks, May. Bye.
I remember that.
I'll remember that too. What are you talking about?
I'm ready.
Warm sinews of light lace the wall, spiraling into the base of a hollow statue. It gleams in the same color as the glowing strands. Faint scratches along the base about the size of a sticker's claw suggest they hit the statue while tunneling and could not extract it. Round tubes with apertures of varying sizes connect to a central drum. A soft breeze from the newly dug burrow behind you hums over the openings. The gnarled metallic veins running through the rocky walls deaden the noise from the device. It is unlikely to be heard outside of this room. Strike the drum, reach inside the nearest opening, blow into the aperture. Your stomach flips as a wave of vibrating air buffets around you for a fraction of a second. Golden light flows up from the seams into the statue, forming a looping pattern in the center of the drum. That's crazy. As the rumbling continues, energy coruscates along the veins in the rock running into the device. Holy crap, what is going on? After a moment, the sound gutters and dies away, but wispy traces of the pattern continue to glow on the surface. It is approximately the size of a human hand, though the shape is more like a dozen tentacles. Yeah, put your hand on there. Whoa! The same sound you heard before rattles your gut. It sputters but remains on. The acoustics have deteriorated over the millennia. The sound is intermittent. There's something fascinating about it that forces you to pay attention. You easily tear your focus away, but the effect might be stronger if the statue was fully intact, especially on a creature with non-human psychology. Calistige raises an eyebrow. Fascinating. Seems to have a psychic effect. This one is broken and it doesn't seem tuned for humans, but a less dilapidated device might have quite the poo on another creature. Interesting. What's this? Smooth gray tendrils snake in and out of the rock wall, along this wall. Eventually growing out to cover the nearby doorway. Though metallic in texture, the material is grown like a vine or fungus. The individual strands are hard but warm to the touch. An inky black tendril with sparks darting from its tip extends from the blossoming, tightly bound creepers. You might be able to pull it free from the vine. Try to free. Find the grain of the vine and pull against it. Or natural quick fingers. Or natural. This one. You. Go back. This one. You. Ah. Right. Do it! Yeah, what'd I get? You brace your leg against the rock wall, grip the vine and pull. Pops free. The other strands loosen and separate as you move the tendril by them. Then wind back together. Neat. My cometal vine fragment. This is a fragment of the organic metal vine you found growing in this sticker slab. It shows some unusual magnetic properties and such. Alright, let's go. Oh, what's this? Hey, the thingy. The glowing statue emits a low hum. The time by. You come right here. Stick it in. Oh.
Yes. Now.
Can I go in here? What? Stop! Ah! Son of a bitch! Ooh, what's that?
All right.
What is it?
Which one of you Calistige?
Shin. Give me it. What's that? Brood's ears. When you insert this set of plugs into your ears, you can suddenly hear through the ears of another being. Pulling out the earplugs and reinserting them into your ears links you to a different individual. Overheard speech seems to be completely incomprehensible and alien each time, so the target individuals are probably distant in space or time, or both. That's weird. Take them. Why? Why would I want to leave the area? Don't I want to keep going? Or like what? Like what? Maybe I missed something? Your face?
Go.
Your face is stupid. Nope, didn't miss anything.
Yes.
Open it. The statue emits some bullshit. I guess this is the way.
Of course.
Ha cha 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 cha. Your mom's a hoe. Whoa. Oh my god, the place is so clear. I'm search it and something. I don't get to hear the rat. I read it. Bitch. What are we looking for, huh? Yeah, whatever.
Ready.
As you approach the machine, Cal Steves rushes to examine it more closely. This device! Your sire used it to maintain access to the datasphere. I must know how. Did he leave notes and nearby? Try to remember where the notes might be. Oh, come on. Do you want to access the datasphere now? I can't. She studies the Numenera, tapping her finger pensively on her lips. Well, I could, but it would be utterly foolhardy to attempt a consciousness transfer without properly understanding the process. Your sire must have written something down. How does it work? I don't know! She moves around the strange device. It looks as though it's dormant and blah blah blah. If I know anything about your sire, it's that he's documented everything, so where are his notes? I'll find him. Forget? She looks at you without a shred of comprehension. Surely you don't mean to leave yet. Okay, we'll keep looking. How about this? But that's all my points. You feel an itching at the base of your skull. Suddenly, your right hand starts moving of its own volition, jabbing down to touch the nearby floor in a frenzy but purposeful series of movements. Next to your feet, a stone compartment slides open. It reveals a leather-bound journal within. A study in datasphere analysis. This leather-bound journal is filled with various diagrams, notes, and observations of the machines you found near the engines buried beneath Sagar's cliffs. The handwriting is your creator's, and it chronicles the analysis of the datasphere. The net of information... I don't give a shit. Cal Steves approaches with reverence. May I? She asks, holding out her hands for the book. It's more useful to you than me. She turns it over in her hands, examining every inch of the binding. Your sire always has such marvelous craftsmanship, she murmurs, slowly releasing the drawstring that binds it closed. As she flips through the pages, slowly at first, then faster, you catch sight of diagrams, notations, and drawings, all of them of your sire's machines beneath the city of Shaggers. Gold Tide, Blue Tide. Lost item, a study in bullshit. Thank you, Cal Steves breathes without looking up. Her opinion of me has improved, and moves away to continue her study of the book's contents. Yes, interesting. She catches you looking at her. His observations of the datasphere are fascinating. Nothing I can share yet. It's purely conjecture. Her opinion of views are... even so, please be careful. Accessing the floor unrestrained datasphere might be dangerous. She huffs. Well put, dear. We shall see. Silvertide raised a tiny amount. Silvertide. She raised an eyebrow. I want to ask you about this guy. This guy, Eratus. Have you noticed that glowing cloud that surrounds him? I am convinced it hides something. I would examine it more closely if he would let me, but then I suppose I'd have to listen to him blather as I did so. Yes, what? Eratus says, judging out of his wide-eyed examination of the sky. I heard you say blathering. Are you talking about me again? You're never far from our thoughts, dear. Believe me. Let's get back to the task at hand. This thing. Investigate the machine. You run your fucking hands across the machine, try to lift it, interact with it, but nothing seems to work. It's a mystery. Investigate it again. You learn nothing new. Leave! You fuck! I thought things. This device looks like it was once part of some larger device or network of devices embedded in the rock beneath the city. Thick cables disappear into holes in the wall. The machine gives off a low hum just at the edge of your hearing. Try to figure out how the machine works. Touching the etched surface reveals a display interface, but it seems unresponsive to your gestures and commands. The display does try to use the interface. You poke it, swipe it, yell at it, speak gently to it, but the interface is completely unresponsive to your commands, and I just walked away from it because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Go.
A staggering array of mirrors and lenses encircles you, and then cables run from their backs to various machines scattered throughout the fucking room. Your hands ache at the sight of this fucking sanctuary, this fucking workshop. Your predecessor spent many hours here, and your body remembers. Behind the display, you hear a hinge creak. Study the lenses and mirrors. The mirrors twitch as you gaze from surface to surface. Eventually you realize why. They are attuned to your mind. You can move each one as effortlessly as your own hand. Every surface shows something else besides your reflection. A sliver of glass highlights a red cord around your throat. A small oval mirror lingers on a pulsing blue star beneath your forehead. The mirrors to either side of the large central mirror periodically flash purple. The tiny lenses above it all crane their necks to study you. One of them appears to be shivering. Move the slivered mirror that shows the red band around your neck. Mentally, you jostle the mirror and feel an invisible noose close around your throat and tighten. Gasping, you sink to your knees, fall to your side, and as your vision goes dark, you realize that if you survive this death, you've found a shortcut into the labyrinth. How convenient.
I'm faltering. I'm hurt.
God damn it. Well, I died again. God damn it! I can't say I expect you back so soon. Shut up! Why am I here again? You died. You should be more careful out there. What should I do now? I don't know. This Matt Keena is our best lead. Well, I'm gonna go. Good luck. Yeah, thanks, man. Is this it right here? The fuck?
I'm going.
God damn it. You died. Motherfucker.
Come, enough dawdling. We have a world to see.
I just died.
On it.
Alright. Use the thin mirror to kill yourself. Watch for the purple glow. As soon as you look at the mirror to your left, a torrent of radiant light flows through you, nearly tugging you off your feet. You regain your balance just in time to see the light pass into the mirror on your right. In that mirror, you see a machine aglow with the same purple light you spotted before. If you'll allow the light to carry you, chances are it will take you to wherever that machine is. Reach for that shivering one. You raise your hand, the tiny lens bends towards it, and then flinches away with a soft "bwang," but not before you catch a glimpse of something small and shapeless moving inside. Is that mirror moving? Eritis says, his eyes shut. Never mind, don't tell me. You turn your attention back to the mirror. Force the lens to bend to your will. You close your mental grasp around the borders of the reluctant glass and pull. The surroundings fade as your mind strains against the will within the lens. Slowly, inexorably, the lens bends down to face you. And inside the glass, tendrils of thick liquid stream from the corners of the lens, coiling thread by thread into a perfect vibrating sphere. In seeing it, it sees you and smashes itself against the glass, turning it utterly black. What an odd little device. I've never seen its like. Crack. A jagged white line appears at the upper corner of the lens, racing along the surface like a breaking wave. You blink. When you open your eyes an instant later, the lens is gone. All that remains is an empty frame. Eritis stares at you, the empty frame, then you again. It's gone. I think you freed it too hard. And yet something has changed in your mind. You hear whispers too distant to understand. You feel a presence swelling within you, reveling in the alignment of your tides. You hear a voice speak a single word, a word that echoes across the labyrinth, calling you to it. Om.
Updated my journal.
What? Like what? A rogue Stickus is lurking in the district of Cliff's Edge. Trust the word anybody. I ordered my Stickus to Lord Vernon is about to be unhappy when he hears the news. I'm not telling him. I freed something from the mirrors and the bird crossroads now seems to be calling to me from inside my own fucking mind. The shapeless creature in the mirrors has somehow found its way into my mind. I don't know what it wants or if it was it's a threat. I don't know. Oh, fuck.
Let's go.
Oh, I want to look at this shit more. Small oval mirror. The pulsing blue star beneath your forehead expands as you watch. Oddly enough, it feels like it belongs there, like it was waiting to be discovered. Motion draws your attention to the other two mirrors. In them you see a very different reflection of yourself. Pale clouds of blue light surround your hands. Feathery tendrils trail from every fingertip, flicking at the air. You raise your hand. Your reflection does as well, and suddenly your head burns with the ache of the radiant object within it. Ah. Look at your hands. The skin is glowing. Tiny needle-like tendrils emerge from the tips of each finger, tiny tools for delicate work. Pluck out the object. You press your fingertips against your forehead and feel the needle-like tendrils close. Oh, cool. Always in touch, huh? Around the round object inside your head. Carefully you pull it out. The rising agony melts away and the glow slowly fades from your hands, revealing a bronze sphere in your palm, growing more substantial with every passing second. What? Bronze sphere. Quest item. This is a fist-sized bronze sphere that you remove from a transdimensional space inside your head. Its surface is covered in interlocking spirals. Cool. Bah! Look at the large central mirror. Of all them, this mirror seems the most mundane. It shows your unaltered reflection, the crease between your eyebrows as you concentrate, and the gaunt staring creatures in the hallway behind you. Force the mirrors to focus on the creatures. The mirrors strain at your bidding, and you see the things behind you clearly. They're bony nudes, snuffling at the air through a slit in their swollen faces. One of them wheels around, fixing you with a single hungry eye. It stumbles towards you, feet scraping across the stone. The rest stagger after it, slurping and grasping. Don't want to hurt you. Return to your realm. Your warning does not deter them. Snuffling and choking, they stagger at you, claws outstretched, gold tide. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Crisis time. What the fuck am I gonna do? This is turn. Attack this motherfucker. Oh. Come here. Now, whoop his ass. Okay, come here. Now whoop his ass. Oh shit. Yo, that's not cool. What is that? Iron British. Fuck. I don't know.
Ready.
Do it!
Taste your death.
Punk bitch.
Yes,
Uh-oh. What the fuck? We're gonna die. I'm gonna die. Yep. Not good. Oh, we missed? Okay. Fuck!
Look! All the odds are stacked against me!
Yeah.
Happy to help.
What?
They had me surrounded. Let's go. God!
Well, I killed one of them.
My sisters lend their strength. Inconceivable. How did that fail?
What? Oh my god. Well, she's dead. Fuck am I gonna do? It's fucking invisible, you can't even hit him.
They had me surrounded. Missed.
What? Fuck this game. Oh my god.
Surrounded on all sides. Perfect. My attack didn't feel strong at all.
I'm surrounded. I can't hurt it.
Why?
Of course.
Someone needs to smash me in the face with some healing.
I don't have any.
Hey, who keeps making my eyes close? Ah!
Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I can't hit them. So what am I supposed to do?
Absolutely.
You dare strike me?
Wow, I actually hit him.
I'm faltering. I'm hurt.
Well, I don't have any health potions or anything, so can't help you.
I'm hurt.
Or both dead. Yeah, whatever, dude. Whatever. promises.
I'll remember that.
This is a creature you free from the chain of God's mirror array. You recognize it as easily as your own breath. Glowing discs twist and fold within the shapeless mass, moving in tandem like eyes. Perhaps that's what they are. They lift, bathing you in their glow, and memory overwhelms you. You're blindfolded. You feel the rough fabric against your eyes and the frame of the lens, this creature's prison, in your hands. It shakes, struggling to get free. You feel its terror, its frustration, its sorrow. Your habitual frown deepens. Even now, after everything you've done to it, the thing wants to serve you. You release the lens and push it to the top of the array with your mind, and it is of no use to you now, but later, who can say? Then the memory crumbles. The creature, your mind whispers, stares up at you with eyes like radiant unfurling flowers. Blurb, says, through some hidden mouth. It is a thick, wet sound, but somehow not unfriendly. Beautiful little thing, aren't you? Says, pleased, or at least you think it's pleased. It isn't quite clear if you're understanding the intention of those sounds or are making potentially dangerous assumptions. Eyes focus on you, folding and unfolding. You hear a curious sound in the hidden reaches of the darkness above. The scratch and crackle of a flame, the flame inside you. The one that warms your heart when you hear the suffering of others, the one that urges you to sacrifice anything and everything to help them. Wide eyes momentarily burn a brilliant gold. The sound dies away. Stares up at you, waiting. What was that sound I heard when you looked at me? Why did your eyes change color? Flursk, explains, extending a slender tendril towards your ankle. I'll let it touch you. The tendril coils around your ankle, cool and dry. Nothing else happens. Apparently, just wanted to give you a hug. Eventually withdraws the tendril, taps your foot, and absorbs the delicate limb back into its body with a quiet porp. What kind of creature are you, anyway? For a while, doesn't say anything at all. It merely looks at you. Just when you think it isn't going to respond at all, a bubble appears at the center of its shifting body, then divides into two. They merge again, split, and become three. They merge, become four, merge, and five. Soft light wells from within each of the bubbles until they are the colors of the tides. Without warning, the bubbles launch into a whirling, spinning dance, moving too fast to track. As you watch, their glowing lines become a perfect circle, a column, a shape that hurts your eyes, a vortex. Abruptly, the 5 bubbles pop, and the only light in body are its luminous eyes watching you. Blurk, it says, and falls silent. You aren't a reflection, are you? Can you leave my mind? With me? Replies, surging towards you. Instinctively you blink and it's gone. Still you feel the pressure of its presence around you. It may be waiting for you to return to the outside world. Oh. Okay. Hey. How is it? It's something in my head. I don't know. It's probably in prison for a reason, not just because it shows up in mine is uninvited. Be careful. Eh, whatever. Don't tell me what to do. Impossible landscape with a Latin face, and you once again feel the heart around beneath your head. The mingled smells of the world outside your mind. Still too dizzy to open your eyes. You hear a voice. Someone's talking, not to you. They're talking to You're the device we spotted in the mirrors, aren't you? Kalstich says, her jewelry twinkling. Fascinating. Says quietly, shyly. You seem exciting and dangerous, Areta says cheerfully. We're going to get along just fine. You feel weight edging into your side, nervous about all this attention. A flickering shadow falls over your closed eyes. I would like to study it further if we find the time. Will you be traveling with us? Yeah, for now anyway. The light from eyes bathes the side of your face. Grimacing, you push yourself off the ground. Mm-hmm. The hell? I got a little blob.
Yes. Now.
Sorrow looms from the skillfully created mural. You can feel its clammy tendrils wrapping around your heart. Its inhuman, vicious victims twist and writhe, pleading for impossible mercy. Alright.
Alright.
This one. A flood of purple light streams to the mirror. As soon as you look at it, it lifts you from your feet and carries you into the mirror on the other side. And away we go. What the fuck is going on? Oh, they're cultists. Oh. Hey, Casmian. You return, revered one. How may we assist you? Got any supplies? Fuck you. I want to get rid of this, please. Thank you. Excuse me. Excuse me, I said. Can I have one of those, please? And can I have... these, please? What is this? Cortical shunt.
Calisthesias?
Calistige. How would you like it if I called you Eritises?
Oh. I would like that very much.
Alright, what the fuck am I doing? Oh, right, what am I? Right, I can tell Mapper what I found. Alright, cool. A dry leaf whirls past and it halts, tracking it with wide-eyed interest. What What do you know about Sagas Cliffs? Slowly, spins in place, taking in your surroundings before it turns its gaze to you. Slurple, it says, rippling as though you've dropped a pebble into it. Okay. Let's talk about these motherfuckers. What do you think of Calstige? Eyes dart between the ground and you. Slurk, it says. That hardly sounds like a glowing assessment, she says. Not that I'm any expert. Eyes collapse and contract, but it does not respond. What about that guy? Hums. I feel the same way, Tears welling in his eyes. If you said you like me, that is. I know I can be quiet sometimes, hard to read, but even though we just met, I care for you very much. He leans down and pats gently. Slips a gentle tendril around Oritus's wrist and squeezes. Okay. I have some questions for you. Eyes collapse and shrink at your request, moving to the ground. It could be deference or embarrassment, it could be anything, and yet you feel a strange focusing in your mind as if the part of it occupied is preparing itself for your questions. In that moment, you feel the tides bending around you, tugging at you. You feel the impact across your actions have made on the people you've met so far in your short life. You pass a hand over your eyes, and in that moment of brief darkness, the tides are visible as rings within rings, coiled around everyone and everything. Whoa. Why are you in that mirror? Hisses, gazing past you, its eyes contracted, pinpricks of muted light. Oh, if I offended you, I'm sorry. Makes no further sound. You glance away only to feel a sudden weight lying over your foot. It's one of tendrils draped around your ankle. It is shivering. Pat You stroke back. As you touch, its eyes widen, unfolding and expanding, flicking from side to side as though it's forgotten where it was. With a slip, it releases your ankle. Interesting. Why do I keep sensing your intent even if I don't understand you? Can you put thoughts in my mind? Mutters, probing the ground with a tendril. It feels like a half-hearted denial, but you aren't certain why you think that. Your sense is that it isn't lying, but that your question wasn't precise enough. You sure you can't read my mind? Murmurs evasively, poking the ground and avoiding your eyes. You still seem to be asking the wrong question. I sense the tides more strongly when you're around. Why is that? Merlark, says, then pauses, tapping the ground. Merlark, it says again, or clarifies, then something stirs inside your mind. Ah, you did find in your mind after all. Maybe that has more of an effect than you first thought. What are you made of? Something, says expansively. A long tendril protrudes from his glistening flesh and goes inwards through the outside layer, past the eyes into its core. Narrowing your eyes, you see what it is pointing at, a battered object with a mote of black flame at its core. Concludes, withdrawing and reabsorbing the tendril. Tell me about your eyes. Why do they expand and contract? Eyes contract in response to your question. Shh, it whispers. What? Alright, let's move on. Let's move the fuck on, sir. Yeah, I get it. That's fine. Please. Move along. Move along, sir. Where's this asshole? anybody touch my lumpy friend or I'll kick the shit out of you. Is a headless guy here? Hey, headless guy. Okay. Hey, mappy guy. No, child, fuck off. Wait, is that child that I'm looking for? Hey, child. Child! The meatmonger smells like feet. Mapper. Have you found it yet? Do you see with the new eyes? I discovered the location of the Changing God Sanctuary. He leans forward and the blue eye begins to gleam more brightly. Tell me about it, he whispers. As you speak, Mapper stares at the exposed patch of flesh in his arm. New lines etch into his skin, unfurling themselves across the space. He smiles tightly and shifts in his seat. Yes, he mutters, yes! He points to one line. Here, in the void beneath the city. What's this in the mural? He looks more closely at his arm and recoils. Oh god, it's terrifying, even from here. He rubs at his skin, as if trying to rid himself of the mural's image. His blue eye looks anywhere but at himself, and he shivers bone deep. I don't envy you seeing that thing, friend. No, not at all. He slaps his face a bit, bringing some flush to cheeks, and smiles again. Anyway, I owe you a map, don't I? He takes a big breath and says, The White Death is hiding in a place called the Cave of Lost Words. It's an old thieves' bolt hole. They say Chilla herself used it, but they don't say where it is. He smiles. Persistence pays, though. That's always been my watchword.
Making a note.
Cool. There's one way to get to it through the caravanserai, but it's sealed tight and I never found a way in, but you can get there from the underground. The Stickin' know they dug there. They can dig there again. Oh, have you heard anything about the murders? Have you heard anything about the murders? Murders? What murders? Alarm colors his face and a faint red streak runs through his tattoos. No one tells me anything. He sighs. One of the drawbacks of being a drifter, I suppose. No one thinks to keep you informed. Then he looks around. Of course, in a place like this, people don't generally talk to each other anyway, goddammit. Well, you say you want to be a bridge? How do you even do that? He shrugs. I travel. I see places. I map them out on my skin and maybe inside me. I don't know. I mean, the lines change when I look, and they gotta be sorted someplace, right? He scratches his bald head. The lines flow under his fingers. I just need to collect places. I need to know I've done something. Making maps is all I know. It's all I want to know. Shut the fuck up. Okay, bye. Thanks for the information. Alright, diddly-dee. Return to Mapper in the underbelly. I just did that. Are you stupid? I just did that and you told me things. Have you been to the Sticker lair? I can tell you what's in there. Are you joking? Can you really tell me? He stares avidly at you, his blue prosthetic gleaming. As you speak, a space clears on his skin and new lines pull themselves on the surface. He moans, as if in the throes of deep pleasure. Ew. The Sticker lair, yes. Oh, like I was there. Oh. The eye clicks and whirs for a moment, and then when he stares at the new tattoo. That smell! Did you notice the smell in their lair? Like lightning and dust. He smiles. My thanks to you. You done right by me. Here's some XP. Okay, bye. Okay. Having discovered it, I can now tell Mapper what I found. And I did. And I did. What the fuck? Hey, my friend. Egg friend. Hey, can you take me someplace under the city? Yeah. No fee. You for free. I need to get into the Cave of Lost Words, dude. It's close to surface at top of the city. Took another human there once. Check travel where Egg Friend went. We go. Let's go.
Who are
I'm eating. Makina, who are you? This woman's skin is white. The color of shalabaster or fresh ivory. Flat, black eyes surrounded by sharply pointed features stare coldly at you. She wears jet black hair cut straight at the shoulders. Her clothes are functional and drab. Her cloak is fastened by a necklace of 5 canisters, each of different shape. She turns the black device over and over in her hands.
Where did you come from? How did you know where to find me?
Her startled expression becomes a dark glower. A keen blade flickers through her fingers. You're sure it wasn't there a moment ago. She leans in close to you. I wouldn't have thought it possible, but it appears we have found someone even more paranoid than my poor Alajern. Is it really important to know how I found you? I followed your trail. I followed your trail? Skist. Thought I'd covered it. Thought I'd covered my tracks. Thought, fine, you wanted to find me. You found me. Here's more's the pity. More's the pity. So now it's time to talk. Wait, are you asking the questions or here am I? Silvertide raises a tiny man. She glances at your tattoo. How new are you? What were the circumstances of your birth? When did you happen? I was born as my body fell from an exploding moon. Ha! That bastard of a creator always finds a way to abandon us at the worst possible moment. Have you heard the stories of Tuck or Inafir yet? You should. What of them? What of them? She points her chin at your companions. If you think you can overpower me with mortals, you're mistaken. Oh, she is fascinating, isn't she? A wicked smile crosses her lips. What did you say? You trespassing in my home, bitch! Coming with a cast-off makes you more suspicious, not the other way around. Trust me. We mean you no harm, man. I don't trust you, that's the problem. But fine. She flicks her hand and the knife disappears. Disemboweling you would just be a waste of time for me anyway. She turns back to her workbench and picks up the device again. Then she spits on the floor and scuffs it with her boot, all nervous energy. So what do you want from me? I heard you might know about something I thought it was your work. Oh, why are you hiding down here, right? I mean, why are you hiding down here? I'm not hiding. Her rage is quick, hot, and palpable, and something about it makes your vision dim for a moment. I'm strategizing, planning. Why would someone like voluntarily hide in a place like this? She gestures around her, and then she starts throwing up or something. This is where I stay. It's a shithole. Always has been. But those who know where to find it, even Chilla hid here, they say. What? I heard you might know about this device thing. The residence. Glint of Understanding. Yeah, of course. He would have hid it there. A crooked grin plays about the corner of her mouth and then vanishes. I know who can help you, or did. She shakes her head. It slips away. My mind has holes in it. One of our brothers took a rusty scalpel to my thoughts, my memories. I can't. She trails off. She catches a hold of the table and it seems to anchor her. Her eyes harden. No, you must do something for me. She caresses the black and jagged device, knobbed and protruding with antenna, a sigil reminiscent of your tattoos emblazoned on it. This is Tash's Mirrorcaster. I want you to enter his mirror and find out what you can about the Jack. I'm convinced that's the key. What's a Mirrorcaster? Ha! Am I really the first one to say the word to you? Oh, you're in for a surprise, dear brother. Every cast-off has one, just like every cast-off has this. She taps the tattoo on her head. No one knows what they're for. Adirius used to think they were a byproduct of the transfer process, just like us. She seems lost in time for a minute. Then she shakes her head. Wherever they came from, they can be used like a kind of temporal viewer. You relive an event in the life of the cast-off whose mirrorcaster it is. That event is called a mirror. What's a jack? You don't know? I thought it was a common instrument. No, it might not be so much anymore. One of the curses of a long life. She laughs or something. Fashions come and go before you even know they exist. Probably easier just to let them go or make new ones of your own like some of the other cast-offs. Sorry, no. You should know this. You should know about things. History. That's what life is. Knowing and doing. Makina, you need to focus. Tell him what he needs. A jack is an ancient woodwind, and this one was kept in a sealed cave behind massive doors from a prior world. It had powers, but I can't remember what the powers are. Why can't you go in there? Don't you think I tried? Her knife, she snarls with sudden rage, her knife a handspan from your neck. Did you think I would waste my time with a newborn, a thief who steals into my home? If there were any chance I could do this myself, you cunt. Her shoulders heave up and down, and she's pissed off. I try, and my mind feels with static, like I'm talking to a Murden, only it slashes and stabs and burns me and shit. And then she blinks, confused. Why am I angry? Did you? She straightens, slips the knife back in her cloak. No, it'll be alright. Just find the damn jack, and I'll tell you whatever you need to know, you fucking piece of shit. What does it unlock? Her brow furrows, confused for a moment. She curses. If I fucking knew that, I wouldn't need your fucking help, you piece of shit. She lets out a long sigh. He stole that memory from me, alright? If you can find it for me, it will all come back. All of it. Can a mirror caster be used to spy on other cast offs or something? Not spy, more like seeing pictures of their past, like watching them from inside their minds at times when they burned or raged or changed, when their life was at a moment of flex. How do I get in there? An almost palpable hunger fills her eyes, a yearning. Hold the mirror caster. You'll feel the tug immediately. Don't resist. Empty your mind and let the tides pull you into the mirror caster. She collects herself. And then just watch him. Watch for the jack. When you see what he's done with it, pull your mind away from the tashes and tell me what did you see, and that's all. Oh, and don't try to change anything, she says, almost as an afterthought. Okay, I'll do it. She plucks Tasha's mirror caster from the table. She looks at you. She looks at it, and then at you, and then back at the device, and she licks her lips as if weighing her options, and then, before she can hesitate anymore, she slaps it into your hands, and it's surprisingly heavy or something. Do it! Find that jack and bring me my fucking answers. You focus on the device and you feel something tugging at your fucking mind. Oh my god, this is shit crazy. What's going on? Whoa, what the fuck is this shit? Everything is wrong. Yeah. Tash's body, yours now, clings like a wet cloak. The world is too bright for nighttime. Everything is too clear. Distance is too close. Edges too sharp. Memories like blood flies buzz about your head, whizzing away before you can catch them. Hard-ridden Anine heave their flanks and huff behind you. Like you, they've gone too long without rest. And there's Makina, a much newer Makina, as drawn by a pandering portraitist. Too soft, too fresh, too pretty, all wrong. On the waste, you see the light of campfires, and the humble village before you, a bigger, brighter fire burns. It's a pyre inside body that's a fucking bullshit, too bullshit. A crazy coals of smoke rise into the night. Villagers circle the bonfire, wailing and shaking and shit. The headman's rough voice continues the ritual. From exile, you're released. Among the mourners, some echoes. You're released. He throws a handful of powder into the fire, metal sauce perhaps, and a spray of shiny embers rises into the night, mostly gold, some green, some purple. From wrath you're released, they echo him. As the embers float out towards the plains and fade among the stars of campfires and shit, you hear Makina whisper reverently, you're released. Makina, listen to me, we need to find the jack and protect your fucking memories and shit. Hold on. Barge into the ritual. Try to remember who you are and why you're here. The memories buzz and the sound are flickers of meaning. This body is you are Tosh. You're a soldier under the command of someone named Padge Reckon or something. You're a cast-off who can use the ties to destroy memories. You were sent here for something, an object, but exactly what you can't recall. Oh shit. There's something more to it though, something insistent, important, and endlessly elusive. No matter how hard you try, it becomes no clearer. Stare at the distant campfire. Shit. Success! You squint your unnatural eyes and focus until the pyre, the village, everything else fades away. At last, the blurry campfires resolve into something crisper, and you see the faint shadows of men around them, men in long coats and broad hats, painstakingly cleaning their jaziles and daggers. There are perhaps 100 of them. Makina sees you staring and grunts. Sand knights. From her tone, it's obvious that they're no friend of hers or yours. We need to protect your shit. Find the what? Makina stares at you dumbfounded and shakes her head. Have a little respect, Tash. This is my home. We're here to save people I've known for years. A moment later, she adds, not to mention the only danger to memories around here is you, Tash. Try your title search on me and I'll burn those fucking eyes right out of your skull. There's a smile on her face like this isn't the first time Tash has teased her and she promised to officially fate in response. Yo, I'm serious. No, there's no laughter, no hard glare, and for a moment she truly looks like the woman who sent you here. Enough, Tash. They're mourning a murdered man over there, and him, he's as good as raised me. I know these people, this means something to me, even if the people, the whole world and everything wrong with it is just barking jokes to you and shit. Ugh, Jesus. Wait for the ritual to finish. As the body burns and the mourners chant, you wait in the shadows of the edge of the village. At last the corpse is consumed with the hands. My king with a hissing gesture leads you over. He sniffs the air with the venomous hand. What? Calls out Kina. His eyes man. He puts a hand on his shoulder. You return. In unpleasant times, she touches his cheek. I return because the times are unpleasant, Nang. Without another word, the three of you leave from the fire. Enter Nang's dark hut. Nang's home is humble and fucking small. Hardly furnished and wholly undecorated. On entering, he lowers his weary bulk into a hassock or something and gestures toward it. Some cushions and something. They hung him from a tree, man. Old carabin took their daggers to him, called it pruning, blind to others. He goes, they promised say a nice one to him. You know that. Militia's here to help, Nang. You are who we stand for, the small, the threatened, the hunted. Come away. If you tell the knights you're going, they won't force a fight. They have bigger battles ahead of them, believe me. This is our place, Kina. Paj reckon will give you a home. Trust her. Nang is son. What's up with your eyes? You don't need to trust Paj reckon, just trust Kina. Nang cocks his head. His whole head. Why would I doubt her? There was a plains child, a beautiful boy, wandered too far into the waste and was gone. We all gave up but Kina. She left that night with a knife and a lamp and a rope, and then she said, I'm gonna get him. And she did, I guess. We could come back, a boy riding his shoulders, a string of chirag heads dragging behind her. When she speaks, I trust, but even if Paj reckons sets land aside for us, we can't just leave. It's not so simple. Plans people can't understand, man. Nang, there are hundreds of sand knights camped a few hours right from here. You need to make a fucking decision. Ah, I skipped it. My bad. You work your way up the terrace hillside, leaving Nang to make his case to those fucking people. He's a stupid asshole. Nang will need to make his case. When you arrive at the cave, it's a huge ancient gateway. Makina shakes his head. For years I wondered about this. The hill people tell people one way to keep the kids from poking around, disturbing some bullshit. Oh, the jock. Something she said stirs your mind and your memories jingle. What exactly are the hill people? Oh yeah, try to dredge up that memory. Man, I gotta use all this shit. At once, a glaring light shines over your mission, as painful as it is revealing. You're not here for fucking bullshit. You're here to help Paj destroy it. What? She knew the villager's secret and knew about the jack, and she knew the Sandknights were coming and their compact. The plan isn't to take the villagers out of the Knights' way. In fact, it depends on causing the very battle Makina promised would be averted. When the Knights arrive, Paj will destroy the jack, forcing the hill people into their feral state, unleashing them upon the Knights, weakening one of the malicious foes. And Paj is coming in person to see that all goes right. What? We can't open that gate. Paj reckon is planning to destroy the jack and the entire village. You hurriedly relate your memory of Paj's plot. How she and an armed band will be waiting to take the jack and destroy it in order to unleash the teratomorphs upon the Sand Knights in a living trap. At a certain level, you The betrayal is so audacious, the plot is so callous that it is unbelievable, and at first Makina is incredulous. But then her face hardens. Something's changed in you, Tash. For the better. You care. She takes your hand. Thank you. Then she scans the horizon for Padge, and so do you. But there's no sign of her. We need to get as far away as we can. And then, draw Padge up in Town and negotiate with the Sandknights to keep them from the check. You're barely 100 meters up the hillside or something, before a deafening shriek fills the air, and then 7 people seem to drop out of the fucking sky. One of them is a woman you know immediately to be Padge Reckon, and the others must be your fucking bodyguards, tattooed cast-offs, drab armor and shit, mismatched weapons, and the languid readiness of predators. Despite the surprise, Makina flings a knife before they even hit the fucking ground. It slips between the plates in one Glaive's armor. She's throwing another when a beam of light envelops her, trapping her in a field of energy. What the fuck? As Makina thrashes about, their attention is clearly focused on her, giving an opening, slight as it may be. Run for your life. Attack them before they can hurt Makina. Attack them! You rush forward, knowing that you have only an instant until the killer's eyes and arms are turned on you. The instant is shorter than you expect, and it is the last you know. Pain engulfs you. Your body is flung backwards into the gate, a smoldering ruin that has just enough consciousness to know that this is the end. And then it's over, and you're still having enough attached body, attached mind, and it's all bullshit. Fuck! As your consciousness arises from the shadow of the mirror, something clicks in your mind. Something has changed deep inside you, but what? Makina said it's shocking and painful. What did you do? I remember Tash cutting me. I see the holes in my mind. I remember him forcing me to the ground, tearing out my history with his tides. But I have other memories now. They're real. Tash didn't do it. I saw him shoot with an energy bolt. He was dead. Shot with an energy bolt. He couldn't violate me, but he did try, didn't he? Makina's opinion of you has improved. She holds her head in her hands and is shaking, and her voice becomes thick. The two strands of memory, this is pulling me apart. She looks up at you, tears streaming down her cheek. No, it's pulling me back together. I remember now, that hole it's almost gone. You changed reality. You changed it. She stands, drying her eyes with her tears. Her sleeves. What? I don't know if you meant to do it. But you done more than you're part of the deal. You asked about the resonance chamber. I know it. Mazov's the guy you want. He can fix anything. He might have even helped design that shit. Your best bet is to look for him in the cast-off sanctuary, Miel Vest. Where can I find that? Word of caution. They won't believe you in Miel Vest. They'll treat you like they treat every new cast-off, as a pawn in their game with each other. Look out for that. She walks over to the table and unrolls a map. You're not going to find it by walking there. The entrance is a secret known only to our kind. Here. She points to a spot on the map, many kilometers to the northeast of Sadris Cliffs. The Valley of Dead Heroes. There's a hidden portal in the necropolis. Also memorize this. She writes the numbers 3431 down on a slip of paper, holds it in front of your eyes for several seconds, then crumples it in her hand. It's a code. It'll make sense when you get to the necropolis. Hold on. I'm not going to memorize that. I'm going to write it down. What is it? 3431. Oh! You need an airship to get to the valley. What? The ladder over there leads up to the Caravanserai. You should be able to hire a ship without too much difficulty. Thank you. Can I ask you some other shit? Fine. What do you want? 100 XP. Thank you. I'm investigating some murders. Someone said they thought it was your work.
Updated my journal.
I haven't killed anyone in the underbelly for years. There's no money in it, no fear. She crosses her arms. I got a style, a reputation to maintain. But if you found any clues at the scene, let me know. I admit I'm curious who would do a job in that hole. I did find a clue in the underbelly. There's a circle containing a triangle bearing a bleeding eye with another triangle breaking the circle from the right. She shudders. The children of the Endless Gate, a splinter sect of the Dendra owe her. Both of them gifts to the world from our beloved siblings. The Dendra are mostly harmless, disgusting as they are, worthless as their creator is. They have a chapel in the underbelly. Go talk to them. Oh. Okay, thank you. Would you travel with me? Too many with you already. Don't want to join the menagerie. Maybe after you drop them off. Oh, okay. Bye. So... Okay. I have an idea.
Go.
Small polished disc looks like a handheld mirror, but anyone who looks into it sees an image of their father, or their species equivalent, looking back at them, mirroring their every move. When you hold it, though, all you see is your own face. Oh, that's fucking weird.
I'm going.
Oh yeah, thank you. Is this a hole? The hole in the corner is large, about 2 meters across, and it's clearly carved, but not by human hands. Leads into a dark tunnel. You know it was dug by the sticker, and it leads to the underbelly. Oh, right. No, I'm good. I'll stay here. Should I get her to follow me, though? Yeah, I want to get rid of this dickhead. What's his name? Dickface. No, this guy. Eritis. Overly impulsive wave. Cunning nano who pierces realities. Let's split up for now. Really? But we were just getting started. He slumps a little, his gloating. I'll be in Cliff's Edge, meeting strangers, telling stories, doing tricks. Bye. Hi. Will you travel with me? She looks down at the table and sorts through a couple sheets of paper. Nothing here that requires my immediate attention, I suppose. Fine. Cool, let's go. Right. Cool. Right. Oh, how do I... is an amorphous blob you found hiding in the mirrors of the buried crossroads. Once contacted, made a home in your mind. It's clearly psychically reactive and it seems to have bonded to you. That's cool.
Traveling with you is like being part of a circle.
Oh, okay, right. Ooh, cool. Abilities unlocked. Whoa, what's this? Choose abilities to learn. Enemies. Let's attack. This is an attack. Datasphere link. Knowledge of the ancients for the little countries. Fuck, I don't know. This one. Wait, what? I can do two? Oh, yeah. Sweet. Excellent. Now let's save the game. Cool.
Yes. Now.
Though weathered, the rungs of the ladder are firm and strong. At the top of the ladder, you see a closed hatch, and discern the levers that hold the hatch are snug and closed. What's on that fucking ladder, baby? Let's see how you get out of here. I don't even know how you get out of here. Ah, 100%. Shut the fuck up. Whoa, where the fuck am I? Caravanserai. Caravanserai. That's where I was trying to go, right? Silver Orphan. Whoa. Two silver humanoids stand near a small vehicle of indeterminate origin. Their skin has a reflective metal sheen that makes them appear both a part of and separate from the scenery around them. As you approach, both of them turn to face you. Holy shit, they have no mouths and their eyes are fathomless black, reflecting nothing. A name for these creatures rises from memory. Silver Orphans. It may not be the name by which they know themselves, but it's the name used by the Order of Truth. The Silver Orphans turn to stare at each other for several moments. Then the one on the right gestures at you in a complicated pattern. Seeing your confusion, the one on the left kneels, using a foreshortened finger to trace lines and circles in the dust at your feet. Ripples radiate from a point. First a square, then a human eye, then an unrecognizable mass of interconnected dots. The Silver Orphan looks up at you, awaiting your reply. Let's see. What? Oh, cool. Critical success. Stat pools spent on effort restored. You trace the drawing, starting with the same series of symbols that the one on the left drew. It watches your hands more than your face, head scanning your facsimile as it appears in the dirt. At a critical moment, it reaches over and corrects a line you had drawn, and the image as a whole takes on a meaning far deeper than you had imagined. Like the resolution of meaningless noise into the refrain of a beloved song, you suddenly know what it is the Silver Orphans seek. Machine intelligences, however, or wherever they may be concealed. The orphans watch impassively as you reach this realization. Then the one on the right holds out a hand in a request for information. Tell the orphans about the foreman in the underbelly. You sketch an approximation of the city's manufactory, including rough depictions of the foremen, careful to indicate how they tower over the human workers. Then you draw a line connecting them to the orphan symbol for machine intelligences. The Silver Orphans watch you intently until your drawing is complete. They turn to stare at each other. Oh, good. Cipher sickness. They turn to stare at each other. Then the one on the right reaches inside itself, its silver hand merging seamlessly with the glistening metal of its torso. An instant later, its hand is whole again and holding an object of peculiar construction. It drops the item into your hand. Payment, you assume. Thermodynamic detonation. This orb contains a chunk of unknown matter, suspended in a decaying web of frozen time. Periodic waves of buzzing heat pulse from within. Oh, shit. I'll let you know if I find any more shit. And I gotta get this thing off my ass. Examine item. Transfer item to my blobby friend. Alright, I'm gonna take a break. Everybody, subscribe to my channel and give me all your money, 'cause I'm broke.